Some wrestling action figures are just unrivaled. Here's Jazwares AEW Unrivaled 8, the next Unrivaled set, ready to be unboxed right now. Let's start with Kris Statlander. Look at the packaging. You know this is AEW authentic, nice and shiny, looking good. Love the consistency. All the way up through 8 series of AEW figures. Everything's looking on par with everything else. Not too much has changed. Now this is not only a great Kris Statlander figure, it's looking a lot like her. All the Bowie influences here, as you can see, the crazy bright colors, but it's a great women's wrestling action figure. Lots of detail, lots of articulation, cool tattoos here even on the side. Look at the detail on that. So much color, such color, very wow. See her face paint, lip, and dyed hair, it's all here. And her green, blue, and pink ring gear, that's all here as well. The articulation is what you'd expect, and if you check out the back, it's molded. Everything looks cool here. There's a molded knee pad. It does kind of shift a little bit. And of course that molded knee pad here, look, it's flexible, stays right on the figure. Ouch, good thing we have these knee pads. And these straps here, they're not just painted on, they are molded on here. This is raised up. So really cool. Oh look, a hidden leg tattoo. Rounded out with some cool, sparkly, pixelated style boots. I'm not gonna call them snakeskin because they kind of look like that, but they're pixelated for sure. Kris Statlander, classic. Now let's have a look at the best friends, starting with Chuck Taylor. Controversial figure for some, but for me, no issues. At Sexy Chucky T, watched him on Dragon Gate USA shows back in the day, before I even stepped into any kind of ring myself, so I would call him a good influence. Look at him still going to this day, part of the AEW roster. Impressive. We were all slightly wary of this after seeing the prototype, but as you can see, the head sculpt definitely looks like Chuck Taylor. You can see his parted hair here. He's got that big, open, gaping mouth, and all of his pearly whites are showing. He has this removable Chuck Best Friends vest. All black all the way around, but for sure Chuck in yellow right here on the chest. And on the back, and this is what I know him as, the Kentucky Gentleman right here. In yellow with his yellow, black, and blue ring tights with a stripe down the side. High kick pad boots, and you can see that the pad goes all the way up and the molding is right here, so really accurate to the way that Mr. Sexy Chucky T actually dresses in an AEW ring. And articulation is great. So if you're a fan of the Best Friends, get started with Chuck Taylor. And Trent here, of course, new Trent figure at Trenty Locks back in the day. Reminds me of the good old days of when internet shows were few and far between and there were only a few of them. Trent happened to be featured in one. Trent. So nice to finally get a new figure treatment of Trent. Here's the Trent figure. You can see the headband on the head sculpt, really accurate head sculpt, nice shiny hair back here, different style of paint, so it does look really shiny, like he's got some flowing locks, so why not show it off? On the back, check out that question mark. Hey, who put a question mark in the teleprompter? In the front, you have Trent's name. My question mark's worn a little bit, but that's alright because it looks like he's been using this jacket. And there's a yellow stripe down the side. And this is also removable. It's gonna take a little bit more effort, but don't worry, you're not breaking the figure. You can just pop the parts right back on. His tights are yellow, black, and blue and feature lots of imagery on them. Now, we saw in the prototypes that there was a Bill Murray face. It looks like that was adjusted to whoever this dude is right here. Still, the same spirit of the design is there, so it's a really accurate representation of Trent's ring gear. You can see more of the design here, check that out. I'm not even going to begin to explain all this. We can let Trent do it himself, but it is really cool gear, really styling, and also he as well has some unique boots with some molds on here, the molded straps. You can see him on the side, you can see him on his actual boot. Another great figure treatment. Jazwares is really crushing it right now. If you're looking for a deep roster, it doesn't get any deeper than this. There's some names that you just otherwise might not expect coming out, including Trent. Now this figure is, of course, freshly squeezed. Orange Cassidy gets finally his second figure treatment in AEW Unrivaled from Jazwares. And we can't freshly squeeze this one open, but we can certainly tear it up and get them out of there. A couple of interchangeable squeezing hands, an accurate elbow pad for when he's ring ready, and the figure itself. You can't make Orange Cassidy without the jean jacket and the shirt underneath, so kudos to Jazwares for going all out on the accessories here. You do have a pair of sunglasses here, whatever, I'll take them off, whatever, right? Whatever, Orange Cassidy, cool, whatever. I like his parted hair up here again, pretty cool. He does have the molded pockets, while this figure only comes with one in-hand pocket. It does come with a previously unreleased Orange Cassidy whatever thumbs up, and so you can do the one hand in the pocket and the one hand giving the thumbs up, and you know, we put the glasses back on there so we make sure it's as cool as possible. Oh look, they're even dipping a little bit. Whatever. He has a best friend shirt right here. You can see it in the front with his other crew also featured in this set, and the jeans are molded all the way around. You can see there's the rip in the front where the knee would be right here. There's his knee pad showing, and his kind of messy old school ring shoes. Pretty great. This guy's ready to deliver a Superman punch in a way that I don't think any of us were ever expecting. So imagine your Superman punches compared to other Superman punches across the rest of the world, and it's talked about very positively, including with Superman's own Superman punch. So Orange Cassidy's cementing his legacy for sure, and I don't think he really cares all that much. Also featured in this set, the legendary Chris Jericho. I can hear you all out there singing his theme song at him as he comes to the ring, the champion. We've had loads and loads of Jericho figures at this point across multiple companies. Here's another notch on the belt. This one, Painmaker version, really detailed. Can't wait to get it out and have a look at some of these spikes in here. And who knows what Chris Jericho's gonna do next, right? Just completely unexpected at this point. I sure don't. So this Painmaker Chris Jericho has a removable entrance cap, and he's all decked out in his makeup here. On the back you can see his ponytail. He's got a crazy studded jacket accessory. Again, you can take this off without any kind of issue. If anything happens, just pop the pieces of the figure back on. On the back, look at that. There's that Jericho design, his name in blood red. It goes all the way to the trim of the jacket. You can see it in the front here as well, another symbol. A scarf that's also removable, revealing an inner circle shirt. As you can see underneath the jacket, he is sleeveless, so definitely ring accurate and ring ready in that case. And the figure is rounded out with some straps molded onto the jacket and black knee pads and just some straight up black tights. I mean, you can't get any more intense than the ring gear at the top here, so why go crazy on the tights when you want everyone to focus on how good you look up top, which is clearly what Chris Jericho's doing. We have some black boots here, molded laces. Everything looks good here. If you're a Chris Jericho fan, it doesn't get any better than this. This is a legendary guy at this point. Deserves all of our respect and good expectations for whatever it is that he's gonna do now or in the future. And this is a great Chris Jericho figure. Lots of detail. The Painmaker. Last but not least, looks like you're the starting quarterback now, Mox. Wait, that's not right. Jon Moxley is an AEW Unrivaled Series 8 and ready for a new figure treatment. And you know, Jon Moxley is taking a little bit of a break at the time of the recording of this video. That's okay. We're looking forward to his return in AEW, which has just been announced, so clearly he's feeling a little bit better, and nothing wrong with that. Every once in a while we need a break, and superstar like Jon Moxley is no different. Now, I was at Moxley's last match where he took on 10 and really just crushed the guy, so I can attest to the kind of intensity that's in this head sculpt right here, because he really does look like that. It may be a different style from an older look, but dude looks nuts when he's ready to get into the ring and hammer away at an opponent. So this is a great version of Moxley. We have some nice detailed hair here, great beard, good wily-eyed look. He's just ready to get really intense with it. A great molded jacket. I really like Jazwares AEW jackets and things like that. Yeah, we have the cloth ones with Orange Cassidy, but The ones that we have that are made of plastic and kind of that flexible plastic are a lot more flexible than action figure jackets usually are. So they have a little bit more movement when you're kind of moving them around, and they're not just so stuck in place that you can't even have any kind of playability with them. So if you're a kid that's cutting a promo with a jacket like this and you want to just kind of move the arms around a little bit, you can't pose them, but the movement's there for sure. So it's nice to have those jackets that are a little bit more movable. Check out the articulation, that's all there, that's all accurate. And you can see on his ring pants, we have the Mox symbol in orange right here. It's all molded, and it goes molded all the way down his ring pants. There's the cargo pockets on the sides, they're both molded as well. And he has some shiny short black ring boots. So dude is ready to attack. It's great to get a new figure treatment of him, and it'll be great to see him back in the ring again. So good luck, Mox. We're looking forward to seeing you, whether you hate us or not. Now this is what I call roster depth, right? All with AEW and all in Jazwares AEW Unrivaled 8. You have Kris Statlander, Chuck Taylor, Trent, Orange Cassidy, Jon Moxley, and the Painmaker version of Chris Jericho. It's a great set. You can see here that so much detail is going into these figures as the line continues, and it's great to get your hands on not just the main stars like a Chris Jericho or a Jon Moxley, but folks like the Best Friends and someone like Kris Statlander, just standing tall and ready for you to deepen your wrestling action figure roster. And you can deepen even more than that if you check out Ringside Collectibles at WrestlingFigures.com, your #1 source for all things wrestling action figures. We're talking about news, we're talking about fun, we're talking about figures and toys. You want rings, you want play sets, you want accessories, you want all the figures you could possibly think of, new and improved as they go on. Check out Ringside Collectibles at WrestlingFigures.com. Your #1 source, the #1 online retailer of wrestling action figures. Make it all about wrestling figures.